In the next section, we're going to look at some of the strategies and tools you can use to market music on streaming services. And we want to start with looking at how release strategies have shifted in order to drive streaming consumption. Since streaming has become the dominant form of consumption, many things have changed, such as the traditional release cycle. We're now in a time where artists tend to have a frequent release strategy, with some artists such as Foles or Ariana Grande even releasing 2 albums in a year. This doesn't only help to stay top of mind in this increasingly competitive marketplace, with more artists than ever releasing music, but also it does support a positive algorithm trajectory, which we're going to talk about in a bit. It's that idea of treating music as a marketing tool and even using non-album singles as a way to promote the albums themselves. We're also seeing more and more collaborations in the age of streaming that can maximize the impact of a song, as well as having multiple remixes to hit different genre and mood playlists and prolonging the lifetime of a song. And very excitingly, we're seeing lots of experimentation around digital formats, with playlists as albums, enhanced album experiences, dynamic EPs and albums, and more. Many artists are releasing their songs in multiple different versions, be that a live version, acoustic, various remixes, and more. In this way, we can hit diverse audiences, and it can help to have a more frequent output to keep a positive algorithm trajectory, without always having to release an original song. This is not only true for singles, but albums are reimagined as well. Dua Lipa is an excellent example here. She released her second album, Future Nostalgia, a remix album called Club Future Nostalgia, which was released 5 months later, and another 6 months later, a deluxe version of the album called Future Nostalgia, the Moonlight Edition, including 4 new songs and a host of collaborations she had been releasing in the meantime. All of these releases belong to the same album campaign, and especially the deluxe version was a good way to further bolster total streams of the album by bundling in her collaborations and some new material. The waterfall strategy is a technique that was first used by artists like the Chainsmokers or Billie Eilish. The band Giant Rooks have made use of this as well. In advance of their debut album release, they've released 3 singles, with each new single being released including the previous ones, eventually creating a 3-song EP and removing the other 2 products. The profile of the new release is immediately bolstered by the stream count of the previous release that's being included in the new EP. Another very popular release strategy that has been employed by the likes of Taylor Swift, Norah Jones and Justin Bieber is to chop up albums into EP-sized compilations and release those individually. In Justin Bieber's example, he created several EPs with tracks of his album Changes based on different moods and activities, almost functioning as a mini playlist. A very effective technique in showing up in fans' new release sections again, even though the tracks had already been released. Algorithms have built-in mechanics to surface new releases, and this works to feed them and get content rediscovered as new, even if rebundled. This also gives artists the opportunity to pitch album tracks that haven't previously been pitched.